What's up everyone, this is Shreya Badonia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is specially for Game of Thrones fans. The season is over, the series is over, and I know GOT fans must be really disappointed. GOT has been one of the greatest television show ever, and the amount of detailing and the storyline has left a tremendous impact on all of us. The last couple of episodes didn't do well and didn't live up to our expectations, but GOT has taught us a great deal about life. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 life lessons that we can learn from Game of Thrones. If you're still watching the previous seasons and if you haven't seen the finale episode, please save this video for later because spoilers are coming ahead. The first lesson that we learn from Game of Thrones is never underestimate anyone. We often underestimate people on the basis of their age, their physical appearances, their physical traits, and their financial background. But you don't know when somebody can turn their life like that, when somebody can completely change and become another person. When Lyanna Mormont was introduced in the show, everyone was laughing at her and we were really not sure about her character, but in the Battle of Winterfell, the way she stood up in front of the giant just told another story. She was standing as tall as the giant and she was the only person who came forward to fight with the huge ass man. This tells us that we should never underestimate anyone because we don't know when life's gonna turn around. The lesson 2 that we learn from Game of Thrones is your past makes you. All the traumas that we go through in our past actually shape the person we become today. And Sansa Stark is a great example. She was assaulted by Ramsay Bolton. She was being humiliated in front of the entire King's Landing. She was treated like an animal by Joffrey. And she's been gone through a lot. And this is the reason she has become what she is today. She has come a long way from being a really bitchy sister to becoming a queen in the north. She is completely different because of the experiences that she went through. All these experiences that she faced changed her completely. Now people started respecting her because she understood what life was. She saw life in a really different manner, and that's what helped her get maturity and become a sensible woman that she is in the end season. The third lesson that we learn from Game of Thrones is knowledge is power. Knowledge is everything. Do you remember Samwell Tarly? He was not as good as a fighter like the rest of them. He was obese and he couldn't fight well and serve well in the Night's Watch, but still the amount of knowledge that he had was tremendous. If it was not for him, we would never know that Jon Snow is the true heir to the Iron Throne. And even though you are not good in one skill set doesn't mean that you are not good in another. This is what Samwell Tarly tells us, and that's the reason he was the first person to kill a White Walker. What else do you want? Knowledge is everything, guys. The fourth lesson that we learn from Game of Thrones, and this is my personal favorite, is hone your craft. There are so many people who want to be writers, who want to start their channel, who want to start their own business, and they have amazing ideas. Everyone has amazing ideas. Everyone wants to do something. But if we do not practice our craft, if we do not become better at it, then there's no point. And we won't be able to make our passion our living. And nobody teaches us this more than Arya Stark. You remember when she got a needle from Jon Snow? She didn't even know how to use it. All her journey from King's Landing to throughout Westeros and finally to Winterfell, she's been practicing fighting. She's been getting better at it. And that's the reason she was the person who killed the Night King. I mean, you need to practice and you need to become better at what you are good at and what you are passionate about. The fifth lesson that we learn from Game of Thrones is accept who you are. Guys, acceptance is the first step towards liberation. When you accept your flaws, then there's no one who can belittle you on the basis of them, and that can save you from the world. Quoting Tyrion Lannister, Tyrion is one of my most favorite character from GOT, and he was ridiculed for being a dwarf. His own family called him monster. They hated him just because he was different from the rest of them. He was a dwarf, but Tyrion accepted himself for who he was. He was okay with being a dwarf, and he liberated from all the societal pressure that he was in. And when you accept yourself, you become free, and that's what we learn from Tyrion, because he stopped giving a damn about what people were telling him, what people were saying about him, because he was so confident and he was so comfortable of being who he was that all of us started loving him, and he's one of the most powerful character of GOT. Lesson 6 that we learned from Game of Thrones is overconfidence will get you killed. Yes, I know when people get overconfident, they forget about all the other scenarios that can happen in life. Confidence is a great skill, but overconfidence can get you killed. Nothing can explain this better than the episode The Viper versus and the Mountain. You remember that fight between Oberyn Martell and the Mountain for Tyrion Lannister's demand by combat? He asked Oberyn to wear a helmet, but Oberyn was so confident that he was so sure that he's gonna kill the Mountain that he took everything very lightly. He was so of himself and so confident that even after putting him down on the ground, even after he almost won the battle against him, he let him be and he didn't kill him completely. And his overconfidence was the only reason that got him killed. You remember that eye smashing? Oh my god, I still get goosebumps thinking about that. Seventh lesson that we learned from GOT is don't make decisions when you're mad. I know so many of us are mad about what happened to King's Landing in the second last episode. And I don't know if it was right or wrong. We are no one to decide the storyline, but still there's a great deal we can learn from this. And the lesson is, do not make decisions when you're emotionally unstable. When something goes wrong, when something doesn't work according to our plan, we wanna do something that changes it in minutes. We want to break our phones, we want to hit the wall, we want to punch people. But that is not the solution. You need to calm down first and think about the entire situation and think calculated risk. You don't need to burn the entire city just to seek revenge. So don't make decisions when you're too upset or when you're too happy, because it's gonna make you feel bad later. It's only gonna give you instant gratification and nothing more. Talking about Khaleesi, since we are talking about Daenerys, let's talk about her friendship. When you have someone who takes care of you and loves you like Ser Jorah loved Khaleesi, you should really respect them. But not all of us are as lucky as Daenerys. If you have one person who loves you without any condition, who promises to be by your side till the very end, do not let them go. Keep them really close to you. Ser Jorah promised Daenerys that he'll be with her till he dies, and that's what exactly happened. He died in her arms. That shows us the deepest meaning of friendship and love. No matter where you are, you always need someone to help you and to be your shoulder. The ninth lesson that we can learn from GOT is to never give up. No matter how difficult the situation is, no matter how many adversities you face, but make sure that you do not give up. No one explains and illustrates it better than Jon Snow's character. Remember the Battle of Bastards, remember the longest night at Winterfell. This guy kept fighting even after losing all his armies. He even went out and started fighting with the Ice Dragon because he just doesn't give up. He even came back after dying once. That's what he teaches us, to never give up. The last lesson and the 10th lesson of this vlog is to do not rush. Don't rush into anything. GOT has been known one of the greatest series in the history of television, and the beginning episodes were really great, but because the director wanted to finish this series, they wrote some terrible storyline, they did some lazy direction, and that's the reason we have so many unsatisfied fans. When you want to rush things out, you see coffee mugs in Winterfell and you see Bisleri bottles at King's Landing. Make sure what you start, you finish it with the same amount of interest and same amount of determination. Make sure you do not rush into anything, because quality always matter. So whenever you're working on another book or another piece of clothing, or you're working on your blog, make sure you do not rush, because the process is as important as the result, because all your hard work will go in vain if the final result doesn't come out up to your expectations. I hope you liked this video, and if you like it, then please share it with your friends and tell me about your favorite character in the comments below and what you've learned from them. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my videos.